Hello everybody, welcome to At First Sight. This is a game, you guys know Bobsy Games. He's created Yags. He is the creator of also the bar game that's about the eggplants whose name like suddenly escapes me because I've been recording like all day and my brain hurts. But we've played a lot of the games on the channel. This one was something that was created in 5 days for Nanoreno 2020. I'm probably saying that acronym wrong, and I'm really sorry, you guys. Please just forgive me. I'm very tired. I gotta turn down the music to make sure that this doesn't get copyright claimed. So I'm not quite sure what this is about, but we're gonna dive into it. It may need to be censored, as usually games with Bobsy Games are. You need to be censored, so we'll see. Yep, it's gonna have strong, potentially triggering language as well as sexual content. Alrighty, so let's see here. Everyone has a soulmate. It feels stupid to write that out, even now. Of course everyone does. It's something as obvious as the fact that the sky is blue or that water is wet. They're the lucky ones, born in the same hospital, lying next to each other in those plastic newborn bins, staring at each other as they cry and scream and shit, and then never leaving each other's sides. There's those lucky ones, where a random chance encounter at school or a game or on those bullshit speed matching services results in your match. Okay, story time for a second. Because, like, I actually went on a speed dating thing because I hate Tinder and I hate dating apps. And I was just like, I just want to see if I can, like, find somebody who I have chemistry with at first sight. It did not happen. I went on, like, that's a story for another day, but nothing happened. But we all became, like, a lot of us that attended the event, we became friends on, like, Facebook and everything. And then 2 people from the speed dating event actually started dating. And I was like, this is so cute. And it was adorable. Everyone has a soulmate, and you'll know them the instant your eyes meet. The second part is maybe a little bit less obvious, but no one really talks about it, which is weird if you think about it. But I guess, like the first bit, it's so obvious that no one has to talk about it. You go your entire unsold life just knowing that one day you'll lock eyes with someone and that'll be it. For some people, it's an obsession. Like, they're not really living until they found their someone, and it's only then that their lives actually start. For others, it's just another moment in their lives. Important, sure, but they still fill the time with joy until it happens. But until that day. At least the internet gives us unsold a place to discuss things, a bitter mix of joy and jealousy making itself known every time one of us finds their someone, and the number of regulars in our chat server dwindle. There's the dreams, too. Premonitions of that someone. But dreams are rare. One of those things that only a few lucky people have. At least a lucky few of the unlucky ones who still find themselves unsold as the years tick by, and it starts to become weird that you haven't met your someone yet. I used to think that I was one of the unlucky ones. Going on 40 and just making my way through the world alone. Wedding invites slowed to a trickle and then stopped, but I was sick of that +1 anyway, mocking me from the white crisp cards and expensive cream envelopes, standing on the side with a glass of water watching all the happy people. Wow, Bob, are you calling me out? Is this about my future? But then the dream started. And I didn't know whether I should be grateful or laugh bitterly at my new misfortune. No one I've known has had the dreams. I probably wouldn't even know about them if I didn't work at one of those bullshit matching services. Day in and day out, helping people with some inkling of their someone, booking endless travel and trawling the internet for relevant information. Most of our clients go to bullshit mediums, getting strung along with promises of ever clearer visions of their someone as their wallets are drained. A place, a hair color. Then they come to us to follow up on those dreams and false promises. At least it means I don't have to care so much about my work for them. It's not going to work out anyway. Who cares if I send you to a beach in Aruba instead of the one in Florida? More commission for me. But then there's those clients, the difficult ones, I used to think, that have had dreams of their someone, actual premonitions. They know a bit of where, or maybe how, or maybe who. Whoopsie. Sorry. Then it's my job to actually get them there. And then I actually have to work because you can't bullshit someone who's clearly seen the exact hotel lobby and wants you to find it for them. Oopsie. So, as jealous as I was of these people, seeing their happy futures and their someones, I also hated them. They made my job harder. Some of my clients have had the dreams for years, decades, glimpses of your future life just out of reach, teasing you every night, drilling into your head that you were still unsold. They complained to me about having the dreams, despite the fact that I wasn't a counselor, and I wish that they'd go on and describe the molding on the door one more time and stop wasting my time. I'd sit there with my headset, their voice in my ear, and unha at the right times and play Minesweeper until they give me something useful again. I used to be jealous of them, not understanding why they hated it so much, wishing that I could have my own glimpse of my own future. At least, I did until my dream started. Now I know it's a curse. I've started dreading falling asleep. Good God, man, you look like shit. I jump and almost fall on my chair. My coworker Julie looks sheepish as she stands next to my desk. Geez, Julie, warn a fellow, would you? Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I suppose coworker isn't really a great description of her. She's the closest I have to friend in real life anyway. I don't usually get along with people. It's okay. I haven't been sleeping. Julie gives me a sideways glance. You haven't been sleeping well or dreading sleep? What do you think? Julie gives me a knowing look because we've had this conversation more times than I'd like to admit. The dreams again? Yeah, those fucking dreams. Well, I still think they sound nice. Julie gives me a tentative smile that warms my heart a little. One of the things I like about her is her ability to always find a positive in any shitty situation I present to her, even my newly found chronic insomnia. I wish I had some glimpses of my Rusty before we met. Julie looks dreamily out the window, and I resist the urge to hit her. Rusty is Julie's husband. He is big, fat, and one of the nicest people you will ever meet. Julie and I have a running joke that she married Santa Claus. The two of them are one of those couples that are so clearly in love all the time that you want to hate them but can't. Well, most people can't. It just makes me feel even more aware of my own situation every time I see them. I don't visit their place so much anymore. Come on, Jules. You were only 20 when you two met. Probably no one you knew was sold yet at the time. Julie blushes a bit, probably at the nickname, which I know she hates. It still would have been nice. Right. Still not searching for anything? I've resisted the urge to actually follow up on my dreams on the images. Too many of my clients have set themselves up for disappointment, sitting in that stupid hotel lobby every day for years, just waiting for their life to come to them instead of living it. You know better than anyone. It could be years. But you'd at least know where to start. I'm not going to do this same bullshit work for myself, Julie. I do enough of it all day. I'll do it for you if you just tell, no, I'm not one of your projects. She falls quiet. You look like you could use some coffee. You're right, coffee sounds good. We walk to the break room together and pour out cups of cloudy, Jesus, cloudy, overbrewed lukewarm coffee. So do you want to talk about it? Why do you keep asking? What's it to you? I can help, or at least try to, if you just tell me about her. It's what we do. Julie's all professional now, putting on her best customer service face. Jesus Christ, Julie, stop treating me like a project. I don't want you to go find this place for me. Fine. Grimes, if you actually want me to stop prying, I'll stop prying, and I won't search for anything for you. Your business is your business. I get that, but I'm here if you want to talk, at least. I stare at my cup, inhaling the faint scent of coffee, or whatever's attempting to pass for coffee anyway. It's at a bar. I have no idea where the bar is because, well, that was a stupid thing to say. Of course I don't know where the bar is. She stops filling with her own cup and stares at me. What? What's the look for? Nothing. Just, you don't normally go to bars or anywhere. Yeah, so I guess at some point in the future I go to one. Anything else? I don't know. I try and think back to the dream. It's always hard to describe the nonsense logic of dreams to people, the way that things feel, look, or act. It doesn't help that this particular dream is more about random images and feelings than any coherent narrative. Whoopsie! Even more so than my regular dreams. Stupid premonition dreams. What I wouldn't give for a regular dream again. I can see your eyes. I can feel the awkwardness of our initial meeting. Awkwardness? I don't know. I guess it's not supposed to be awkward, but it is. Why do you think that is? Maybe because you're in a bar? I guess. Excuse me. We're quiet for a bit, sipping our murky, lukewarm sludge. I had a thought. Does anyone reject their soulmate? What? I have never heard of that happening. Most people are normally overjoyed when they finally meet. It's the best part of this job. The happy calls after... Well, with how little people talk about this in general, it could happen, right? Rejection? What would that even mean to reject them? You're supposed to spend your lives together, die together, or at least only a few hours apart. It means they reject them, don't spend their lives together, don't die together, at least don't die in close proximity to each other. It could happen, right? I suppose, and you're not most people, so I know, I'm a huge bundle of joy all the time that people can't wait to be around. She ignores my sarcasm. Your dream is that... Is it off-putting? You don't want to meet her? I don't know. I'm in a bar and I see her eyes and it's awkward. And then I see an apartment and I know it's our apartment. So it works out for the two of you. But isn't this all wrong? Well, it's meant to be, so it can't be wrong. Fate is never wrong. Don't give me that crap. That's what my mom says when I complain to her that I'm still unsold. Well, I don't know. I guess you'll find yourself at a bar at some point and you'll meet her and then it'll go from there. You just gotta be patient and not think too much about it. That's easier for you to say. You've been happily sold for 15 years. Well, you know better than anyone how rare the dreams are. Now you know it's a bar. Maybe you should go find the bar. Yeah, spend my time when I'm not at work doing work, looking up those random little details and growing even more frustrated that I can't find anything. Spending hours on the phone with bars, asking about their walls, their seats, their tables. And then when I do find it, spend every evening sitting there waiting for her until I know nothing else. Yeah, that really sounds great, Jules. Jules skips uncomfortably, and I realize I've been practically yelling at her. Grimes! Julie looks at me, and the pity in her eyes makes the whole situation worse. We stand like that for a moment until she suddenly straightens up. Okay, I have some work I need to do. Right, I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated. I know you're trying to help. It'll be okay. I'm sure you'll meet her, and she'll love you, and then you'll tell me all about her, and you'll wonder why you were ever so worried. I hope you're right. I lie in bed again that night, staring at the ceiling, fighting the heaviness of my eyelids and my brain's desire for rest. Every time I feel myself dozing off, I jerk myself awake again. The anxiety, the dread of the dream, seeing those eyes again, the bar, the apartment. Despite what I told Julie, I actually like the feeling. I like my someone. Her awkwardness is cute. The apartment feels comfortable. I feel complete. It's the dreams themselves I dread, a nightly torturous reminder of what I don't have, teasing me from a future that could be years away. But I can't forget the feeling or the images. That bar sign that blinds me as I walk in. Those eyes haunt me when I wake up. The awkward way she holds her hands, and every time I do eventually fall asleep, I wake up feeling empty inside, like all the happiness I could have is just a cruel joke, and I'm still alone. I lay awake for hours staring into nothingness, wondering what it all means. It's driving me insane. Hey, so I know you told me not to do any searching, and I didn't, but I sighed, not wondering whether I should thank her or curse her for ignoring my wishes. Rusty wanted to go out last night to a bar, and I thought if I was looking anyway, she hands me a few printouts. These were the ones close to our place. I just thought you could look through them, see if any of them look familiar. I take the stack and page through them, an ever-increasing sense of dread threatening to overwhelm me as I look at each one for some aspect of the images I know so well. It's both a relief and a disappointment when I reach the end of the stack. It's not here. Now would you please drop it? I don't want to search for the place. I'm sorry. I'll stop trying to help. You're making me sound like the bad guy here. You're the one that's ignoring this gift, this vision. You of all people should know how rare... And you of all people should know what a curse it can be. I'm practically yelling, and some of the people next to me mute their phones and glare at me. It's fine. I'm sorry. I hope you find what you're looking for. She leaves before I can say anything else or apologize. I continue to resist the urge to do more, and thankfully Julie doesn't bring it up again. Exhaustion eventually wins him. Every morning, waking up from the dreams is an emptiness and ever-growing sense of despair. I understand now why some people turn to my company, to me, because when something like that is ripped away from you every day, you do whatever it takes to fix it. I even set up my computer a few times, search cursor blinking as if daring me to do it, but I never do. So it's almost a relief one day when the bus home breaks down and I get lost walking home, because of course my idiot ass does, and I find myself staring up at that old bar sign weathered and creaking that I now know so well. I don't know if I should be relieved or scream, just because I now know the place doesn't mean it happens now. It could be years. I dread the thought that it could be never. Go in. We're gonna go in. The bar is fine, I suppose, though I don't really have much to compare it to. I don't drink, never have, and never understood why people would. I went to a few bars when I was younger with friends, or at least with people who considered me a friend at the time. Always ended up in the corner by myself with my glass of water. Fuck it, I'm not doing it this time. I walked to the bar and stared at the surprisingly muscular bartender. I guess that kind of physique helps with tips from the ladies, but holy Jesus, this man looks like he could be a professional bodybuilder. I order something, mostly by pointing at a random bottle, and the bartender pulls me a glass of some amber liquid. I retreat to a corner with it. It burns going down, and I give up on it after a couple of sips. I sit in my corner for hours, sporadically picking up my glass before deciding I don't actually want any more of the bitter liquid. The bartender asks me a few times if I want anything else, a not-so-subtle request that I stop taking up space in this stupid empty room. I decline because, hey, kick me out if you're going to, or leave me alone if not. Eventually the sun sets, and I've had enough of the bartender's dirty looks. I grab my coat, cursing my idiotic decision to come into this godforsaken joint. I head on and somehow manage to find a road I recognize in the dark and make it home before midnight. Hey. Oh, hi, Julie. You look different. Sometimes I hate how perceptive she is. She'd make a good counselor. I found the bar last night. She sits at my desk and stares at me excitedly. Oh, did you? She didn't show up. I waited for hours. Julie looks genuinely upset at this news. It's like her whole face falls. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess knowing the place doesn't help if I don't know the time. It could be years from now. Fuck, it could have already happened and I lost my shot. I hate the note of desperation that has crept into my voice. You know better than that. Dreams are always visions of the future. You have not lost your shot, and I'm sure it won't be years either. You wouldn't put up with that crap. Julie sounds so sure that I can't help but smiling a little bit. She knows how to get me back in a good mood, and I can't imagine why she continues to hang around me, but I'm glad she does. This is bullshit. You should go back. I'm not going to go back. It's going to work out, Grimes. You just have to stick with it. So what? I become a regular at some weird bar on the off chance that my soulmate walks in? I become an alcoholic sitting there every night, drinking to hide the disappointment when she doesn't? Julie looks a bit embarrassed but doesn't back down. If that's what it takes, then yeah. You want the dreams to stop, right? Maybe now that you know the place, they'll stop once you start making a serious effort to find her. Julie sounds equal parts determined and ridiculous. We both know it doesn't work that way. Or you could just be a grump about it and miss your shot altogether. Either way, I should get back to work. Tell me all about it tomorrow. I'm not going to go back. I mean to sound determined, but instead it just sounds kind of defeated. Julie winks at me before walking back to her desk. Still, I seal my resolve and tell myself I'm never going back to that place. Which is obviously how I found myself in the same corner of the same bar, sipping something with cola mix this time, and wondering why the hell I had come back. The place is still pretty empty, and I feel extremely self-conscious as I down the last of my drink. The bartender looks over at me and raises an eyebrow. Sure, give me another. What's the point anyway? I'm gonna skip some of this dialogue. My throat is like killing me right now. It is not the corona. It is just me having recorded for actual hours. So yeah. We'll stay. We'll keep drinking. I know those eyes. I know them. And I know that both of them somehow are what I've been looking for. Wait, what? Is this a polyamorous couple? This is a polyamorous visual novel. Is it? What the hell? We ended up together at my booth in the corner, the two of them crammed into the other side across from me. The alcohol started catching up to me. The bartender sets down a shot of something, and I don't even care anymore as I grab it and down it. One of the guys, the blonde one, seems to be staring at the wall, while the dark-haired one sloshes around his obnoxiously pink beverage in his glass. One guy looks at me and clears his throat. I'm Harry. This is Patty. Drink guy stops fiddling with his drink and looks at me briefly before turning away. It's just as well because looking into their eyes, either of them, feels like everything starts falling into place. I hate that feeling right now. I don't want that feeling right now. You both felt that too, right? The knowing? I can feel my stomach sink when he says this. It's confirmation in some way that it's not just me. It's not just my stupid head and those stupid dreams and my stupid brain making something out of nothing. Fuck. You're stating the obvious again, babe. But what? I'm not saying that word. That's the one word that I will never say on my streams. Drink guy jumps, almost spilling his concoction on himself. Wall guy seems to glare at me. I look away. I can't handle those eyes right now. Okay, but I've never heard of someone having more than one soulmate. Wall guy is clearly trying his best to ignore what I said, and it's infuriating. I said, yes, I heard you the first time. So what? We gotta figure out what the hell's going on. We have two soulmates? That's a thing? That's a thing? What? I mean, okay. What's your name? None of your business. The obnoxious pink stares into my soul. I can't stand it. I can't stand these guys. I can't stand the idea that they're the ones I'm expected to spend my life with. F them and F this drink. I grab the glass and throw it on the ground, glass shattering everywhere. Wall guy stands, clearly upset, but he's thankfully stuck between the wall and drink guy. There's a yell from the bartender. My stomach makes itself known then, emptying its contents in the drink guy's lap. The rest of the alcohol hits me at once and the world becomes a blur, and I'm only vaguely aware of wall guy trying to lay me down in the booth before I pass out. I wake up with the worst headache of my life, blinking away the sleep or whatever it is from my eyes. I'm in an unfamiliar place in an unfamiliar bed. As I look around, I realize this place isn't quite so familiar after all. Like the bar, it's been haunting me in my sleep for the bar. The memories from last night come flooding back, up to the part where I made a bigger fool of myself than usual, drank way too much, proceeded to vomit on my supposed soulmate, and passed out. Soulmates, apparently. My stomach, too, seems to suddenly remember the events, and I grab a wastebasket by the bed and empty the contents of my stomach into it. Wall guy appears at the doorway, leaning against the doorframe as he looks at me. Don't usually drink much, do you? I glare at him over the edge of the wastebasket, then quickly look away. Those goddamn eyes, that damn feeling in my chest, I don't want it. He walks over and sits on the bed next to me. Don't touch me. Jeez, you must be a lot of fun at parties. Drink guy appears, though, through the same doorway and stands there, looking at the two of us. You're welcome, by the way. Uh-huh. I'm supposed to thank you for abducting me. It's customary to thank your host after they put you up for the night, after you get yourself so drunk you black out, and especially after vomiting all over one of them. Well, thank you for not sticking your... That is incredibly rude and unacceptable. Or maybe we shouldn't. You know, if you were anyone else, we would have just left you there. I hate that he seems like he cares about me. I hate that he does care about me. I hate all of this. The damn apartment already makes me feel uncomfortable. Then I wish I was anyone else. And I don't know what this is, but we're not going to turn our backs on you just because you're being... The two of them exchange a look. The world's biggest asshole. Ah, cute. Is that going to be my nickname after you two are done with me? You think we like this? Taking care of a drunk guy who's been nothing but a belligerent dick since we met him? You mean I'm not your newest rehabilitation project? Jeez, I'm sorry, okay? I just have no idea what's going on, and you're not a woman. You two clearly aren't a woman. We're all in this together. The confusion, I mean. Patty and I met 10 years... Oh, I'm sorry. It's Harry that's talking. Patty and I met 10 years ago. It's been an amazing 10 years. Actually, tomorrow's our anniversary. And we assumed that was it. Like, no one has more than one soulmate, right? Except for that. And you. I'm not gay. Yes, you made that abundantly clear last night. So what? We're soulmates now, and you want to take turns passionately and consensually making love to me? What is your obsession with us and your ass? We just want to make sure you're okay. See what this is. Wall guy stares at me, not looking away. Let's try this again. I'm Harry. This is Patty. And you are? I was waiting in that bar for you. So we assumed, given how out of place you seemed. How did you know we'd be there, though? No, before that, I was waiting in the bar for you. Okay, I'm still not sure what, but you didn't show up. Well, sorry that we didn't know to expect you. This wasn't exactly planned from our end either. No, screw this and screw you. Don't touch me. I'm just trying to... You look like you're gonna fall over. I'm leaving. You should go back to the bar sometime. Yeah, no thanks. Sometime, because you still have to pay the bar tab. So, we're being a little shit here. And, So, now we're with Julie. I'm skipping some of the dialogue a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting to the point where... It's amazing how, like, talking all day actually does take a toll on your voice. Even though I'm literally just sitting here, like, clicking and reading and, like, reacting to things, like, it is actually physically, engaging. Sorry I asked. Coffee? Yes, I could use some coffee right now. We make our way to the kitchen. So, how's that new report? I rejected my soulmate. What? I don't want to hear anything about how it's meant to be or I'm making a huge mistake. I just thought you should know. But what about her? Screw her. I'm fine being unsold. It's already been 4 decades. What's another 4? Grimes, I don't want to hear it. So how's that new report coming? Oh my god. He's sleeping with unsold women. Oh my god. I have to censor that. No! No, guys, I didn't get a good ending. I got a sad ending. Why? Why? No, I don't accept this. We're not gonna go back. We're not gonna go back. Okay, we go to the bar. This tastes like shit. Okay, this time we're not gonna drink as much. Maybe we won't be angry. We're gonna go home. Okay, and now we run into each other. Now we run into each other. It's the same thing. I'm not gay. Blah, blah, blah. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna leave. We're gonna go home. Okay. No, I don't accept this. Okay. No, I got the same ending! Oh my god, what's happening? How? What? Oh my god, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Bob Conway, this is not cool. This is not cool. I'm trying really hard. I'm gonna be a jerk to everybody now. Come on. I don't even get to hook up. I'm just insistent that I don't want this. Okay, somehow that got me to a new point. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. Hi, Grimes. So, this is stupid. I'm not going to be all, this is destiny so it can't be wrong, because I don't believe any of that crap. Thank you, but I also want to give whatever this is a chance, because I'm such a charming guy. Wild Guy surprisingly laughs at this. Yeah, you're so attractive right now in vomit-covered clothes with a disgusting basket in your lap. Oh, my cat's yelling at me. Stella. She's mad. Come on! Come sit! She's like, why are you sitting in here talking to yourself? Hello, Stella. Say hi. Don't climb on things. Can I use your shower? Stella, just sit on my lap. It's not that big of a deal. Stelly. Okay, fine. Let me grab you a towel. I have some clothes you can probably fit into. I'm gonna get you some water, too. That sounds good, and thank you. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? You look different today. I have dinner plans tonight. Oh, did you meet her? Grimes! You went back to the bar yesterday, didn't you? I went back to the bar, but I did not meet her. Oh, then what? Just some friends that I thought I should catch up with. Ah. You should come over for dinner again some night. It's been a while and Rusty asks about you all the time. Maybe. That's not a no. Yes, thank you, Miss Obvious. I'll let you work then. Have fun with your friends and good luck with your girl. So they're sitting. I'm glad you agreed to dinner. Yeah, just don't expect me to put out afterward. For a straight guy, you're awfully concerned about your ass. He's hyper fixated on his ass. So can we talk? Isn't that what we're doing? I know you don't exactly like us, and we're not sure what you were expecting. You can say that again. But what's your plan here? You seemed so ready to leave and never return last night, but then you didn't. I don't know. So we're not going to talk about our feelings? Okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm skipping some of the dialogue. I'm sorry. I don't know. Let me tell you a story then. Well, not a story as much as I guess it's a story. Does it freaking matter whether it's a story or not? Before Patty and I met, our lives were fine. But there was always the sense that something was missing. I assume everyone feels that way when they're unsold. Anyway, the instant we saw each other and afterward, it didn't feel like that anymore. I felt somehow like I was complete. And I know he felt and feels the same way, and we thought that was it. But then seeing you in that bar, it was like the last piece fell into place. I don't know how to really explain it, but it wasn't like we were missing you before. But now I feel like we would without you. I'm not gay. You keep saying that, like you're afraid we're going to try and, I don't know, convert you or something. Well, if we're soulmates, isn't that the obvious thing? You know, one of my friends, I don't know any of your friends, isn't gay, but his soulmate is a man. So what does that mean? It means they don't have sex, with each other anyway, but that doesn't mean they don't still complete each other in their own way. What's the point of being sold if you're not having sex? I honestly couldn't say, because I couldn't imagine Patty and myself not having sex or sharing our bond with each other in that way. But Grimes, that doesn't mean our relationship has to be something like that. Is that what this is, a relationship? Isn't that what happens when you meet your soulmate? I don't want you to feel like you have to stick around. If this is really not what you want, in your heart, go out and live your life and forget we ever existed. But if you feel for us even half of how I feel about you right now, I don't think that's what you want. Well, you really want anyway. So you're trying to seduce me so I don't break your heart. Why do you do this? Lash out at everyone. What are you, a counselor now? No, I just, for reasons beyond my understanding, care about you. I didn't know you existed a few days ago, and now I can't imagine you not being a part of my life. Our lives, in some way. Maybe it's not sex, maybe it's not even this place or place together, but you're important to me, Grimes, and hell if I know why. I've been waiting my whole life to find my someone, to grow old with her, and yes, to have sex with her, and instead I get this and you two. Well, we can proceed however you'd like. I just want to put in the effort to make this work, in whatever way you think it should work. I do too. It's the most honest thing I've ever said. We're gonna have dinner with them. If this was a movie, this is the part where I'd start taking... God damn it, Mom! What are you writing? Okay. I receive... Okay. He's not... Okay. Okay. We're... Okay. Okay. So we're just a voyeur. A menage a trois. But with us sitting in the corner. Just being weird. So we move back into their place. Everyone has a soulmate. In some cases, not more than one. Okay, so now I've got... You rejected, you left... Okay, so there's a bonus scene. If you finish this route successfully, you get to the bonus scene. And they've been together a year. Okay. That's interesting. So I'm sorry, guys, but I think we ran out of time here. But there are 3 different endings to this game. I literally cannot figure out for the life of me how to get an ending where we actually do want to have some kind of sense of intimacy with these guys. But I think that's part of the challenge for this game. So it's definitely, it's pretty hard. It's not like the bar jam game where it's pretty much like, oh, pick one or the other, you know? It's pretty much like you're playing you're really in kind of the place of a main character who wants to be in control of their own destiny and is very insistent on it. So that's kind of a unique sort of experience, I guess, in a romantic visual novel, because especially one that's supposed to be about soulmates. So that's interesting. If you want, I will leave the link to this game in the description below, so that you guys can check this out for yourself if you want to play it yourself. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did. It really does help the channel out, and consider subscribing to the channel because we'll do fun things like this all the time. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do my regular uploads, and I occasionally will upload extra videos as well. And without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. Bye!